Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we have Letisha's Evo 10 out here, and what I want to do today is I want to fix something on this car that's really letting it down in sort of overall looks. Because as you can see, the car's looking great. It's got the aero kit, the paint's looking pretty clean. Does need a paint correction pretty bad, so we'll be polishing and ceramic coating it soon. But other than that, yeah, we've got the new wheels, headlights look good, bit of carbon fibre on the car. So we've done a few mods that have kind of sort of made the car look its best so far. One thing though, is if you come down here and have a look at the diffuser, it is not very black. It's very faded, and the same goes for pretty much all of the exterior plastics on the car. So I want to fix that today, and it really does let down the overall look of the car. I'm not sure how much it shows up on the camera, but yeah, it's not very black at all. So to fix that, what we're doing is actually ceramic coating it using CarPro C-Quartz Deluxe. This is plastic and wheel coating. So this will actually, as well as making it a hell of a lot blacker, it will also protect it for pretty much 2 years. So as long as you clean it thoroughly, which I'll do. So we're going to give it a good clean first, then we're going to coat it up. We'll do probably 2 layers of it, and unfortunately I can't remove the number plate because it has these anti-theft screws on, which I still haven't tried to remove yet. But yeah, I'm just going to sort of coat around the number plate. So we'll be doing that diffuser underneath the rear wing. The plastic's here. Now when we picked up the car, one of the first things we did was we put these rubber seals on, which did have the chrome ones on, so we put these on. I did coat those already. They weren't in the best condition, so they're actually, the car is quite dirty at the moment, you can probably see. But yeah, so we'll do those. We'll do this here, side mirror piece. It's pretty bad. And then also the front here, underneath the windscreen wipers. These have been painted, not the greatest job, and will be replaced eventually, so I'm not going to worry about those. Same thing for the vents on the bonnet. It's been painted and will be replaced, or just painted gloss black at some stage. I'm not going to do those. And might just also do this piece here. So yeah, what I'll do now is just going to head home, clean up all those plastic areas, and then we're going to go ahead and get this coating on there. Okay guys, so got the car reversed into the garage now, and here's what we're going to use to complete the job. So firstly, obviously we have the CarPro Deluxe, but before we do that we want to clean it. So what I'm going to use is just some Meguiar's super degreaser, this one here. I diluted it, I think 10 to 1. I'll confirm in the description, but yeah, that's diluted down. Wipe that down with a cheap microfiber cloth. Now these are a 20 pack of microfibers I get from Bunnings all the time. It's actually $10 for a 20 pack. I just use them for just throwaway uses, so really cheap, not worrying about going through a few of these today. So we use one to clean it with our degreaser, then we're going to go over it with CarPro eraser with another cloth and just get any sort of oils or anything left from the degreaser out. Then we're going to mask it off, because we definitely don't want to get any sort of spots where we've touched both the paint and the plastic. So we're going to mask off everything with some CarPro masking tape, but just any painter's tape is fine. And then always make sure you wear gloves when working with ceramic coatings. So then once that's done, ready to go, we're going to use our coating. Now I'm going to do a combination of both using the block with suede applicator, and then any tight areas I'm going to use some makeup removal pads. So yeah, let's get started. I'm going to give it a good clean. What I'll do is I'll mask off half of the diffuser, and we'll do a half just to show before and after, because I think that's the best way to show how much it works. So yeah, I might mask off this side and do this side first, and then we'll leave that side so we can sort of see the differences. But yeah, with that said, let's get started on the cleaning. guys, so as you can see, I've done a pretty sketchy job of masking up the paint, but it's covered anyway. And I put a strip across halfway so I can do 50-50, show you the difference. So now what I've done is I have got the bottle of the ceramic coating out, so Carpro Deluxe. I've still got a fair bit left in there, so don't have to worry about running out. We've got our foam block with the suede applicator on it, and what you do is you just use a sort of credit card or something to tuck it down in the sides. What we'll also use, and more specifically just before we start, as this is an opened bottle of ceramic coating, so I've got some makeup wipes. So use these usually to just sort of brush off all the sort of glass shards that are in the bottle from being opened and closed a few times, which I'll show you now. You can see them falling off as I open it. So yeah, there's where the coating has hardened. You don't really want that on your applicator, so just use this to sort of wipe those away. But yeah, then after that we're ready to coat. So let me just clean this up and I'll show you what we need to do next. Alright, so we've got our bottle opened, given it a good shake up, we've cleaned off any of the hardened coating on the edge. What we want to do is just pour a line, that's probably far too much, onto your suede applicator pad. Just make sure you put your lid back on, just don't want to leave this sitting with the lid off for too long. Then we'll take our block, come over to the car where we're going to be working it in, and there we go. Just want to get this thoroughly worked in. All the way up. This is why we wanted that tape up there, because we don't want to sort of miss any spots. We also don't want to get any onto our paint. And any of these edges that we're not really getting, we can come back in with one of those makeup removal wipes and get into any really tight edges. But now let's try and get the main areas. Alright guys, so that is that area worked in. I did swap over to the little makeup pad just to get into some of the tight areas, so that's definitely something that's helpful. So basically we want to wait about 1 or so minutes, which it's been. We want to get a clean microfiber cloth, making sure you don't reuse this one, as you saw when you sort of lit off the coating, all the little glass shards. Basically that's what's going to happen to this cloth, so it's going to wipe off the excess and then it's going to sort of harden. So I'm going to level this down now. I'm going to get thorough leveling down everywhere. We don't want any sort of high spots, as they're called, and just make sure when you're wiping you don't end up flicking onto the paint, so that tape's going to come in handy again. So yeah, what I'll do is I will get this all leveled down. We'll set the camera up the middle and we'll just see the difference. Now, I know you can get a similar result by just using, like a temporary result, by just using a sort of trim dressing. But this will actually stay this black for about 2 years. So you don't have to worry about redoing this. You can go over it with a trim dressing occasionally if you want to get a more glossy look or anything. But yeah, this will stay just like it is now. So yeah, anyway, let me finish getting this all leveled out and we'll just get a middle shot and show you the before and after. Alright guys, so there we go, that's a 50-50 of before and after. Move this light out of the way. So in person that is actually black now, whereas like on this side, whereas over this side over here it's got a very grey look to it. So I'll move the light across, very grey, over to here, and it's sort of a semi-gloss black. That's one coat. We'll actually do 2 coats, but yeah, that's the difference you can get just by just quickly coating this. So this coating is $50 a bottle. I've now done it on these wheels on Letisha's car. Done one of her previous wheels, the spare one that we bought, and I've done a few different plastic pieces and carbon fibre pieces. So for $50, this stuff lasts a long time. If you're doing, say, 4 wheels, 2 coats in the barrels and the front of the wheels, and then all your plastic on your car with 2 coats plus any carbon fibre, you may get a fair bit left over still. But if you're just doing little bits and pieces here and there, it's worth just keeping a bottle of this sitting around. So for $50 you really can't go wrong. So I'll come in a bit closer. So yeah, as you can see, that is now properly black, and it will stay that way. It's not like a temporary trim dressing. Like, I've got a few. I've got this Auto Finesse one. This is pretty good stuff, to be honest. Didn't use too much of it though, because not long after I bought it I decided to go the coating route. But yeah, this will give you the same look, but it's only going to last a very temporary amount of time. So yeah, that's half the car done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to finish off, and I'll do a second coat, obviously on both, and then I'll show you the sort of end result. Alright guys, so just stopped and had some lunch, and obviously have done both sides of that. So it's been about an hour. It's ready for a second coat. Now it doesn't say you have to do a second coat, but I just will, because why not have it all taped up, and I feel like that will give it a little bit extra protection. Should last a bit longer that way. That's the case for their normal ceramic coating anyway, for the paint. So yeah, so it is looking so much better, as you can see. What I've done now is I've just finished, not a great job masking it up, but I have masked up the boot where the spoiler sits, because I want to just get that area as well. So if you just compare that to that, now this was already looking a lot blacker than what this was, so considering this now looks so much better compared to the underside of the wing, yeah, you can tell how much difference it's made. And then also have masked up the side mirrors. Squeeze past here. So ready to do these, because they are actually really bad, as you can see. Really faded. So these need it more than anything, and I'll have to do really 2 thick coats to get those to come back to life, but any improvement we can get on that is a bonus. And then also have, before I had lunch, I just quickly wiped down this area here beneath the windscreen wipers, and also same for the front here. I've put some tape down. Some tape down there. It's kind of hard to see against the red paint, but that is, you know, red tape over the paint. I'm going to do this area, this, which doesn't really need it, but why not? And then, since this is open, I figured let's do these 2 boxes as well, just to get them nice and protected. I'm sure we'll end up with a carbon fibre cover for these at some point, but bonnet's already open. I already have the cloth in my hands, so I'll just do these afterwards. And then obviously the other mirror there. So yeah, I'm going to get all those done. I'll peel the tape off, put the car outside, and we'll just do a quick walk around and see how much better it looks. The main thing I'm concerned about now is definitely these, because I'm sure you can see there. So this piece is always, I've noticed in every Evo 10, this is like a different finish than this. This is always stays nice and black, and then you compare it to that. It looks absolutely terrible. So I doubt we're going to be able to get this looking that good, but let's see what we can do, because yeah, that's not okay. Alright guys, so I just finished up putting the coating on all the plastics. So yeah, like I said, I'll do a walk around and show you how it looks. Starting off at the front. So we did this area down here in front of the front lip, up around the sides, and this front mesh piece. They weren't too bad. It's a new front bumper, and I think they've painted these pieces, the previous owner. But yeah, just while I had the coating out, a bit of extra protection, thought why not. Coming around its sides. Now this is the part that I was most worried about getting to look better. It's a big improvement. I want to do another coat on it still, but sort of wanted to wait for it to properly flash so I can see how it sort of looks tomorrow. But yeah, I'll do a second coat on that one. But yeah, it looks a lot better. It was very grey before, and yeah, now it's pretty black. And coming around the back, did do the plastics on the wing. So all the way around. Sorry, there's a heap of wind noise. It's quite windy out here. And then, most importantly, was the diffuser. Now it was very grey before, and it came out 100 times better. Yeah, it looks a lot better now, as you can see. See, I feel like that was something the car really needed. It's to just... anything that looks a bit faded, it's always good to restore. So that was today's project. Oh, I did also, sorry, do this in here as well. So yeah, that's the end result. I'm very happy with how it turned out. It's definitely something I recommend you guys do if you have the faded plastics like this car had. Did do a video previously on the mirror part on my car. That was when I sort of first started the channel, but just thought today I'd show it a bit more in detail, show the diffuser mainly, because it was something that, you know, I knew would get a massive improvement. So if you want to buy any of the products that I use, I'll have them all linked in the description. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you put a like on it down below. If you have any comments or questions, definitely put them below and I'll answer them when I can. And if you enjoyed the video or enjoying any of the Evo 10 rally art content that I'm making, definitely consider subscribing, as I do make 2 videos every week, one on Wednesday and one on Sunday. And yeah, the channel's really growing, so I'll definitely stick to that schedule. But yeah, with that said, that'll be the end of the video there, and I'll catch you guys next time.